Alright, so it looks like I'm going to finish up beating today. Probably got about 15 acres left. Maybe a little bit more, but somewhere around there. I could have actually finished up yesterday, but Purdue closed. So I didn't worry about loading the trailer, letting it sit on there until the day anyway. Get it done and get the header unhooked, blown off, put it away, and then I'm going to, the wind's blowing pretty good today, 15, 20 miles an hour, so I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and get the combine blown off and put it away. We don't normally wash the combine until the fall and season. Sometime after February, when the beginning of March, when the weather starts to break again, we'll go ahead and get it out and wash it, take it in the shop, service it, wax it, change the com keys over to the small wire for wheat, and get stuff like that done. Of course, the weather isn't too bad today, but I don't feel like washing the radio. Get the beans done, be done for the year. It's probably going to go in front of all the tractors that we have to service, so I'm going to pull it out. But we might just go ahead and service it, at least that much will be done, and I can pull it out and wash it at any point after that. But I don't feel like washing it now. It's a job washing one of these things. Plus, we don't normally wash them this time of year because we don't want all the water to sit in the currents. You know, we normally wash it and we'll breathe it, but we still can't. I know they say I don't think it hurts anything, but I'm sure the water will evaporate anyway. But we've been doing it this way for a while. We haven't really had any problems with bearings. That's one thing I'll say. We don't really have to replace a lot of bearings. Let's hope one don't go out now because I'm talking about it. But we can pretty much, that's pretty much one thing we don't have to change a lot of is bearings on these things. You would think so, the way they run fans and everything. But knock on wood, at least it'll give me 15 acres done today. So I'm going to knock this out and we can get everything done. Beans are doing pretty good. Some spots are shorter than others. Like I said, they got a lot of pods on them, but when they're short like this, it is hard to cut them to get the whole bean. You know, because the reel, even though we adjusted it, it's still hard to get it to go down and pull it to the cutter bar so it gets in. So I do have some little clip-ins on the very bottom that I didn't get. I think a lot of it's got to do this the first year that we do till, and the way the corn rows are, they're raised, and then the bean rows. But we're getting the majority of them anyway. I think I figured it up last night, and we're on pace to do like 32 again, 34, something like that. So we didn't spray anything on these. I would have liked to have sprayed some manganese on them, gave them a shot, a boost, right before they started putting flowers on, but we didn't. So I think that's the way to go. It kind of helps them out, you know, where they're so late in the year. But that wasn't my call. We didn't do it. So hopefully this coming year we see what these are. And I am going a longer bean. I'm going to go back to a 4 bean. They just get the height on them. Spray manganese on them and give them that extra pump. So, like I say, these beans got a lot of pods on them, just short. So, get finished up today, get everything put away, and the guys can go hunting. I don't have to worry about doing that anymore. So, see, several bald eagles out in the field. I don't know if you can see them or not. See them all? There's a whole bunch of air, and then there's one right there. Alright, well, Harvest 2021 will be in the book as soon as I get this little stretch done all the way up there. If I had a 40-foot header, I could have got it, but I got a 35, so it's just a little teeny strip going in there. She will be done. So thanks to all the subscribers, followers for this year, and the viewers, and you'll get to see shop work and everything now. There's not much else to be going on. See you. All right, well, just got done. I got the draper unhooked, and we got a shed full of green. I took all the covers off the combine. I was gonna blow it off, but it's 60 degrees outside, hot. The wind's not blowing. So, got one 8335R put away. I managed to squeeze. It looked tighter from the combine, but I managed to squeeze by these hoppers over here. So, I'll get her out on a cold, windy day and blow her off. But we got everything squeezed in here pretty damn good, I think. Very impressed with myself. I do got a gap here, so I could put something here. Obviously the header is not going to be able to go there, but I could put something tight there. Got the planer, the drill, and the other 8335R. We got the 9200 and the disc and the turbo till over at my place in that shed. Baler, rippers, everything else over in the other shed. We just need another big shed. So, but everything's done. I'm gonna shut the doors up and time to relax. And we still got the excavator, 4440, and the 544J. It's sitting out. We're gonna find somewhere to put all that. Of course, we got one truck in there hooked up to a hopper. We got my brother's with the other hopper and truck, and we got this Peterbilt. We like to put them away at the end of the year, so we're gonna have to figure something out so they're not sitting out in the wintertime. But that'll be another day. All right, so the project today is we're putting a tile in on a ditch here. We're gonna rip some of these little trees out that are growing on the ditch. I didn't get a chance to video me blowing the draper off and backing it in. I backed that thing in right beside my boat like a charm. It's got that dual steer trailer, and I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I got it in there 2 tries. Backed up, pulled up, back up. I got it tight and perfect like it's supposed to be. I'm very impressed with myself. I should have videoed it, but I didn't want you all to see me how bad it was going to be, so I didn't. But it actually turned out great. Oh. All right, let me get down and do this. All right, so you're just getting little bits and clips of what I do during the day here and there. I know I make them short and brief and cut you off, but then I piece everything together. But right now there's not much going on, and right when I start to make a video, then I got to do something else, or I get a phone call and it cuts the video out. So we just did get the beans figured up after corn. The corn went 192 bushels acre. The early corn did, and then the beans went 31.6 bushels to the acre. So basically almost 32 bushel of beans again this year. Last year I got 32. This year I got 32. Totally different bean. Like I said, we didn't spray anything on them. I'm going to go back to a group 4, early group 4 next year, and I'm going to make sure that we spray some manganese or something on them to give them that little extra bump. We didn't spray anything this year. We didn't even have to spray Roundup or anything on these beans this year. We planted them. I did spray a pre-emerge on the after we cut the corn and for the beans, and it seemed like it helped because we didn't have to run over the beans not one time, not Roundup for grass, not for anything. So that we actually made more money, even though the bushels was only 32. I feel like we actually did better because we didn't, the only thing we had was seed in it. We didn't have any chemical, no anything on these beans. It was crazy. But I'm happy, you know, 192 corn, and then turn around and get 32 beans off the same fields, 110 acres. I wouldn't think that's too bad, especially with $7 corn. I got over 7. I got, what was it, 740, 760 or something for the corn. And then the beans, 12 something. So tell me that doesn't work out to a good number. Next year we're going to increase to 300 acres. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to try some different, we're going to keep the same 75-day corn, but we got other seed companies that want us to try their corn. So I got some 83. Nobody goes down to 75 like Pioneer. So Simplot, I got some 83-day, and then Lindy, I can't even remember what kind of corn she sells because it's a different kind that I'm not used to, but she wanted us to try some, and I'm getting 85-day from her. So as soon as I figure out what all I'm doing, I'll let you know the names and the varieties of everything. I'm also getting a Group 4 bean from her to put behind 100 acres of it, behind her corn. And then I'm going to get Plenish. I'm going to go back to Plenish because nothing dried down very good. You know, we were cutting right around 17% soybeans. They were hard as a rock, but it's almost like the stem or the vine or something had some sap in it that kept our moisture high. The beans are dry, but by the time you did the other, you cut and everything mixed in there, I guess it kept it up to 17%. So I think the last load was 16%. So, but you know, it is what it is this time of year when it's 30 degrees all the time. Beans aren't going to dry down, you know, when it's cold and damp. They just ain't going to dry down. So I know a lot of guys down south actually spray their corn with their early corn, they spray it with Gramoxone to defoliage it, to get it done earlier. And then when they put the beans behind it, when they're ready to cut the beans, they'll come in a week or two before and they'll spray Gramoxone on them, and it really dries them down and the stems and everything. So I'm thinking that's what we need to do. That does add cost, but you know, you got a lot drier, everything's a lot drier. Everything gets done a lot earlier. And with the prices up, you know, it probably wouldn't hurt to do it, but we'll just see how it goes. You know, we seem like we got to rush because it's getting December and oh, let's get the beans out, but really we don't really have to rush to get them out. I mean, it don't snow here until freaking February, so I have no problem letting them sit in the field a little bit longer to get them out. But that's just me. So not very great videos this week, but we're pretty much done now. It's all just maintenance. Like I said, the guys are hunting, my brother's hunting, so we're not going to do much. We'll probably start back Monday, Tuesday, somewhere around there, and work a little bit before Christmas break. So I'll probably get another video or two out before Christmas, and then it's off to Ohio for Christmas. So you'll definitely see that because I love the hills and mountains and stuff up there in Ohio. So anyway, like, subscribe, share. See you later.